This video demonstrates the 4 remotes that I have for sale on eBay. I have 3 of the MS12s, and then I have 1 of the MS12's second version. They function the same. There are some differences though. The original version of the MS12 came with an aluminum case, and the key was on the side, and then you also had 2 hard wires which are really not used in the system. It was designed originally to integrate into a wired system in the future, and that just didn't happen. So the ports on the side don't work. On the second one, the ports are gone. The key has been moved to the top. A lot of people wanted to move to the top. It's personal preference. Another thing to note is in the early version, if you use AA batteries, they all fit on the bottom on both models, but on the first model, you have 6 screws holding an aluminum plate in to secure those batteries. On the new one, it's just a simple plastic latch design, like so. Let me show you this. Well, sorry, it was 4 screws, not 6. I'm thinking of a different system. So, on with the demonstration. Go ahead and power them both on. They're hooked to 12-volt batteries right now. Another difference is the original one will take 6 to 12-volt external power sources. So you can use 6 or 12-volt batteries to run this from an external power source. For this one, it is 6.5 to 20 volts, so I don't think a 6-volt power source is going to work, but you can take like a battery out of your drill driver if it's 16 or 18 volts and use that to power these. I use 12-volt 2 amp-hour batteries, which are basically for your alarm systems. They're the backup batteries for your alarm systems. So they're on. None of these lights are lit because they're both in learn mode. Learn mode operates the same. The manual tells you how to do that. If you notice, the numbers are different on this. These numbers right here are actually the voltage. So this battery is providing 12.4 volts, and this one is providing 12.6 volts. Neither here nor there, so they just need to know this. All that references is voltage. So if you want to test your systems, you press to test, press to test. Now, if you note in here, I have 2 light bulbs in here to indicate complete Qs. I have one right here in 4, which the one side is out, so it's not continuous. Same thing here, 2 in, 1 out. So that lets me know that Q4 is out. I'll just pop that wire in, and there it just went green. The same thing here, 4Q is out, and I'll just go to green. Now I want to show you this. This isn't a 12-volt LED. You can see the LED is actually lit, but if you look here, it's on Q6. It is showing that there's no continuity. That's because of the way LEDs are designed. Whether you have it red to red or red to black, doesn't matter. It's not going to show a correct circuit. And so you just need to be aware of that if you use LEDs for testing. But it's sending a charge through it anyway, so you can actually see the LED. I'll leave that LED in. I'll leave all these connected. The remotes use a 12-volt battery. It's a 23A or A23, depending on where you get it from. It's a garage door opener battery. I will provide the 12-volt battery for each system. If you want to use AA or 12-volt or anything else, that's all on you. Next thing I'm going to do is turn them to R. Each system has its own remote, and they are pre-programmed to their remote. So this remote is programmed to this one, so watch what happens when I hit Q1. Make sure it's on. It's an easy mistake to forget to turn it on. And you just noticed The red light came on indicating firing, and the light came on indicating that the circuit received power. But you also notice it didn't work down here. Now I could sync these two. I could do learn on this and teach it to this so I could fire them on the same cue later. Maybe I'll demonstrate that in a bit. For this one, same thing. And I just pushed 3, and you notice what happened. The light came on, but, well, there's no circuit, so 3 didn't fire. I'll do that again on this one. So you can see they're the same. 4. Now, I do want to show you one more thing when firing. It's a safety feature that's built into these. I'm going to push 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's not working after the first go. It's a safety feature. Now if I push it, I've waited about 2 seconds since the last time I pushed the button, or more, and it'll work again. You should never have to worry about that in the field, because once it fires, your cue should be fired, and, well, there's nothing to go back to. So, when it comes to firing cues, I do want to note that I have tested these. I actually ran these on my July the 4th fireworks show. All 4 of them were used, and they all worked fine, obviously. And then I did have some issues, but none were with remotes, which you'll learn that if you know about firing, you know about setting up artillery, and if you don't, you need to go on YouTube and learn about how to set up and secure your artillery, because what will happen is the artillery fires and your wires will literally get yanked right out of the cue. So your cue works fine, but if it's not connected, it's not going to fire. And so there's that. Now for the LED, I wanted to show you for the LED also. Again, it didn't show in the testing, but when you fire, again, it does 6. It does show. So give it a couple of seconds. We'll do that again. Put it back into test, and you can see it's visible. It's just dimmer. That's because different voltages are running through. For test circuit, you don't want to accidentally fire a circuit that's connected, so it uses low voltage, a lower voltage. Other than that, that's the systems in a brief demo. So I do want to do one thing for you. I'm going to show you if you buy multiple systems, each one is set to its own remote. Now I'm going to take this out of, I'm just going to put it back into learn, but I want to change to where this cue and this cue work on this remote. And then, so I'm going to press learn, hold it down, and when it says arm, I'm going to push this button. You're going to get 3 blinks, and now watch. Might help if I took it out of that and put it in arm. So they're both in arm. Now I'm going to press 1 and watch what happens. And I just fired both cues simultaneous. So, and then this one, 6 is hooked up, but it's not hooked up here. So you can see they both fired, but only this one had a wire, so only it went. So to correct this, again, you can turn it off. You can leave this one on, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put it back into learn. I'm going to hold the learn button down until it goes green, and then I can push any button on the remote. I just pushed 6 or 8. I think I pushed them both. And it blinked green 3 times, so this remote is once again programmed to this. So I'm going to go to arm 1, and notice it didn't fire, and this one again. Put it back in arm. There we go. Brain fried. So anyways, you can see, yeah, everything works as advertised. And if you get the system, you're going to enjoy it.